Greetings, everybody. Might be a little bit loud. I'm in a very busy area, Banjarmasin, Kalimantan. This is the most populated city in South Kalimantan on the island of Borneo. I didn't realize this, but I came here during Ramadan, and Ramadan starts tomorrow. And during Ramadan, people fast all day. It is considered incredibly rude to eat in public, and restaurants close down. So this is going to make things kind of interesting for me, trying to find fruit, because a lot of places are closed, a lot of things are difficult to find, and I can't eat things in public. Oh no. But there is a bright side to all of this. The bright side is that in areas that celebrate Ramadan, people have certain traditional foods that only are eaten during this time. And here in Kalimantan, people eat something called Timun Suri, which is a dessert that is made out of a regional melon. So today, everybody, I'm going to try to find the melon, and I'm going to try to find the dessert that's made with that melon. I found it. I found the Timun Suri melon. I believe the species of this is just Cucumis melo, which is the same as like every melon, basically. This one looks pretty different though. This is not like a round melon, it is super elongated. One of the names for it is cucumber suri. It maybe looks a bit like if you were to take a cucumber and like a canary melon and mix them together. I don't think people typically eat this raw so much. I believe it is most commonly prepared. So let's first try it prepared, and then I'm gonna try it this way because that's how this timeline happened. Okay, let's go with the dessert. Okay. Wow, thank you. So here we have Timun Suri. Been looking for it, I found it, and it looks really good. Got a little bit of everything in here.
Very nice.
Very nice, yes. It's like melts into like a soup of flavor. Very coconutty, very creamy because of the condensed milk. You do get the melon taste in it. Nice and sweet. Let me try a little cube of it.
Yes, a lot.
You know, that's really good. That's really, really tasty. I don't really like melon, you know? Not a big fan of melon on its own. But mixed like this, you can't go wrong with it. It's got a lot of good flavors. And the melon does contribute to it. I think the pink syrup was, I think maybe strawberry. It's got a little bit of a berry taste. I thought it was rose syrup. I think it's
Very
something
good.
else.
Very nice. It's very nice.
Very good.
Nice. Okay.
Being filmed. Not a lot of tourists come here. So I've been very amusing to everybody, but tourists should come here because this place is kind of great. The melon on its own is a little bit bland, but it takes flavor very well. So in something like this, with like the ice and the syrups and the coconut and everything else, it works. It works. It's like little prizes as you go through. It takes on the flavor pretty well. Very refreshing. It's like boiling out right now. So having like a big bowl of like literally ice, it's nice. Very nice. The vendor's filming me now too, which I think... Are you filming me now too? I filmed you, you can film me. It's okay. We got musical accompaniment. Very nice. Very nicely done. The dessert that I had was very cheap. It was 10,000 Indonesian rupees, which is like 70 cents. This though, this melon was very expensive. I got this at a supermarket and it was 120,000 Indonesian rupees, something close to that, which is like almost $10. So it's quite a lot of money for one of these. If you were to hunt around and buy this, it would be a lot cheaper. But I think the ease of getting it from a supermarket, they mark up the price because this is in high demand right now. Ooh, super soft. It's really easy to cut into. Yeah, this is like perfectly ripened. Maybe because, you know, this is being grown specifically for this time of year, but that is like, there's like no resistance to this thing. Super easy to cut. Just from looking at the outside, I have a feeling this might be a little bit pasty in texture. It's fine. This definitely is the sort of thing that is improved by preparing it. And it's interesting because I think the dessert that I had earlier, if I were to use a stronger melon, like a honeydew or like a cantaloupe and put that in there, the melon would overpower it. And I think because of that, it works with the other ingredients that were in what I had, rather than kind of try to steal the show. As far as the flavor of this, let's try another bite, see if we can break it down a little bit. Yeah, like between a cantaloupe and a cucumber. I mean, cantaloupes and cucumbers, I think, share a lot of commonality. They are related. And this is just like leaning a little bit more towards cucumber than your more traditional cantaloupe. The texture of it is interesting. It's a little bit pastier than a cantaloupe. But again, kind of works when you mix it with ice and stuff like that. It makes it a little bit more like biting into ice cream, like this nice soft sort of texture. When if you were to use cantaloupe, it'd be a different experience. You'd be, you know, biting into it more like fight to it. So this, again, works well for how people use it, which is why people use it that way. So yeah, I don't think traveling during Ramadan to a predominantly Muslim area is really necessarily a bad thing. It's going to make things more challenging, but I think I'm going to be able to work through that. And I think if you are not traveling in order to make videos about eating things, then you have a very interesting time to travel. When people break their fast, that's when some really interesting things happen. You know, there's special celebrations that people do here. There's certain foods that people eat only during this time. It's definitely a unique experience to go during this time. I wouldn't have been able to try this and this dessert without it being this time. I mean, maybe you can find it, but now is the time. Now there's vendors everywhere with this, and that makes it a very good time for me to be here. I don't think I did mess up. I think I just maybe did something a bit different than what I was expecting. Greetings everybody, today I have a yellow fleshed watermelon, but not just yellow fleshed, but also yellow rind. I have never seen this before. Yellow flesh with green on the outside you might be able to find where I'm from, the US, but definitely not yellow on the outside. That's really wild. And this is very common where I am right now in the Banda Islands. Banda Islands in Indonesia, very difficult to get to, but walking around the market here, I saw a lot of people with this. A lot of people selling watermelon, but they would have the green regular watermelon and the yellow watermelon side by side. I'm really curious to see if this tastes any different. Okay, so just gonna cut a couple little slices out. So let's give it a shot. This tastes like crispy sugar water in the best way. It's very sweet, but very mild. I'd say it's on a scale of 1 to 10, where 0 is water and 10 is just sugar cube. This is like an 8. And the flavor of this is, I mean, it tastes like watermelon. It tastes like a regular watermelon. If anything, maybe a little milder. It tastes sweeter, but less of the typical watermelon flavor that you would expect. There are a lot of different varieties of watermelon out there, and I have hardly even scratched the surface of it. So very cool to get a chance to try one that looks really interesting. You know, interesting on the inside, interesting on the outside, and yeah, good find. All right, thank you very much. I will see you all next time. I would like to give a very big shout out to Paul Anguiano. He is a new super patron over on patreon.com. Also, a shout out to Smarter Every Day, Bill T, and Joseph McCorkle. They are mega patrons at patreon.com. If you want to learn more about how you can help out the channel and get some really cool bonuses in return, check out the link in the description below.